Hello everyone, and happy Monday. Welcome back to City Skylines. Let's wake up cinematic camera here. Welcome back to Portis Villa, or Portis. I was just thinking, the city's named Portis and we have no ports. That might be something we work on soon. I don't know if we've unlocked them yet. I'll have to check that out. There were a couple of things that I noticed. I loaded it up and I took a look around the city earlier just to make sure that I have everything preloaded. And there are a couple things I noticed, one of which, this is getting a little busy over here. Seems to be flowing though. Maybe it stopped over here, I saw that. Yes, before I get distracted. All of the traffic that we have here, we built the second train station in order to carry everything over to the other side. And I noticed that our initial train station here comes in. Hello, Matt. Our initial train station here comes through and does split in both directions, but the one that we installed to try to take some of this traffic off actually only comes down and joins here. It doesn't actually make its way up to the top, which I believe that most of our interstate train traffic is coming from. So before I do anything else, I want to fix that. Let me take a look here. I believe if I just take out these two sections, I can join it back here and have it share this path, because they can wait for each other right there. And that might solve that problem. And we will have the rest of our session today to see if that is actually the case. Is there something in the way? I don't believe so. Let me anarchy it in, and then we can straighten it up. Hey, Craig! Thank you for joining! Yes, okay, so now, since they both join onto this one little section here and then split off, I bet we will finally start to see some of this backed up commercial traffic here that's coming into this train station share with this one down here. It's going to take some time for them to realize that it's available to route themselves down there. We'll start to see some trains come in that way. Oh, I think we have one already. No. Okay. Good. So, I don't think we'll see too much congestion here. One might just have to wait a little bit before another one leaves. But, yeah, we'll come back and check on that in just a bit, because, yeah, this is all I've seen down here so far, is just the patrol cars kind of cruising around this area. Yeah, so we'll come back to that. I think I also saw fire breakout somewhere up here. I think it's already fine. I think an entire block caught on fire, but I think it's already rebuilt itself. So one of the main plans today was going to be a new residential area. Where are all of you coming from? I get so distracted by traffic because it doesn't matter what the project is. As I'm touring around the city, if I see lines of cars, I'm immediately distracted and concerned by the traffic. Are you guys just all getting on the highway? I guess so. I bet we could do this a little bit better now that I'm thinking about it as well. Let's do this first. Let's pause. Let's take these out. And let's put in 2 on-ramps. And yes, it will create 2 separate intersections, and I think that's what we were originally trying to avoid. However, and they are very close together, which generally you don't want to do. But I want to see if this behaves better. So let the floating cars find their peace. We also don't want any traffic lights here. So let's make sure we turn those off. Let's also make sure that we tell them that it's okay to enter the intersections on these. So even if traffic is stopped, they can pull up into the middle of the intersection. That just keeps things flowing, keeps them from deciding to stop. I don't know if it's a kind of a mirage that it's already immediately better, or if half the traffic just vaporized. Right? If only we could plop down off-ramps with the click of a mouse in Nashville. I saw something a moment ago during my intro that was very reminiscent of driving around in Nashville. It was a pickup truck very slowly having to follow behind one of these. Just a dump truck, probably spewing gravel all over the interstate at top speeds, breaking everyone's windshield. Craig, did you ever get your windshield repaired? Hey, Jamie. Hello. I know that I've had mine busted before. But yes, so one of our plans for today is going to be a residential neighborhood. The crack continues to grow. You better get that taken care of before Metro has something to say about it. They'll pull you over. It's stupid. Yes, we want to build a little neighborhood, I think, in this side of town. I'm debating on whether or not I want it to be on this other side of the river or not, or if we want to keep things kind of close together as they grow, because we do have all this space here. Industry City, yeah, because we have the Orsum district up here, and the company Orsum Wells. Yeah. Fortunately, it's just a fine. We're a very forgiving city. But yes, we need somewhere for them to live. Right now they take the subway, so we don't have anybody really dying for work out here, or rather dying for workers out here, but I think that they'll enjoy living here. Now, I believe that this lighter colored green is actually good farmland, so I'm iffy about whether or not I want to expand there, but we have plenty in other places as well. And we've done so much industry already. We've done all of this wooded industry over here in the Applegate district, so I think that maybe we should have our neighborhood down in this area here. Let's just check out natural resources. Oh, no, I was wrong. This is oil. This is nothing. But we have other places with oil, right? Yeah, we have plenty in other places of the map that we could go to if we really want to do oil district, which I'm not too keen on right now, especially not right next to the ore district. Oh, but I did see this going on. One sec. So this appears to be working, however, it's not working the way... I didn't think this through very well, because the way that this side works is they come up this side of the road, they pull in, and then they pull out just beyond. Here, they're crossing over each other, and that's not good. See? They pull in on the right. I'm debating on fixing it now or waiting, because I'm torn between the two projects. Let's go ahead and take care of the city first. We'll come back and fix it in a moment. The worst thing it's going to do is back up traffic in this direction, but there's two of them, so I hope they share. Okay. So, we already have some outlets because we had created these little turnarounds. For some reason, our trucks coming from our industrial area were going very, very long distances, almost all the way back over here to town, and then turning around in our roundabouts. So we gave them a few little roundabouts here, and they use them pretty often. Mostly, I don't know, I believe that you should be able to turn out... No, you can't. That's why. Well, these industrial roads, they help with the flow of traffic through the industrial areas, mostly for that same reason that we just saw with the train station. Also, this very steep hill. Make sure to hit the gas at the bottom. But yeah, no, you don't want cross traffic. You don't want people pulling out and blocking traffic with these big trucks that are coming to pick stuff up. Like, if you kind of see when they pull in, sometimes they'll stop and they'll block traffic. And if you have something that doesn't have these stanchions in the middle of the road or trees in the middle of the road, they will cross over and block oncoming traffic, which is even worse. So yeah, we'll yeah, I see your chat, Craig. We'll probably move the train station over to the other side and then have the train line come underneath the road or something to meet in the same place. Yeah, so we'll start our neighborhood over here. I think what we want to do is have a continue our theme of having one big main road that kind of comes down through the middle of town. I think we want to have that run down through here in the center. So let's see, we've been using some wider roads. We can go ahead and use the widest of roads. And we'll use the one with the trees on the side, the decorative trees. I think we might do something kind of organic through here. Because again, one of the themes, I'll say this in every other episode, one of the themes of this is to spread things out a little bit. I'm not using space the most efficiently because I want it to be not necessarily more realistic, but just more comfortable. So more organic shapes, fewer squares, fewer tightly bunched buildings. So I'm thinking something like this. Maybe a straight line from here towards the highway. We can go like that. Well, here we have the bridge, and the bridge comes down, and we don't really want to bunch this up too much, so maybe we actually do come up this way some, and do another raised traffic circle to get on there, so we'll kind of smooth this little bumpy bit out here. Use our Move It tool. Grab this node. Let's see. Turn off roads first. Move It tool. Grab you. Let's bring the curve down a little bit here. There we go. So it's got its little turn in. Yeah, I think that's good. So what we'll do is some offshoots from this. Let's make sure that we get our water and power down through here as well. We have a water line running from just off the map. It comes built into this map, which is one of the reasons I like it so much. I think we will bring our neighborhood down to the beach, which will be awesome. So we really just need to fill in this area. In fact, let me just bring it across. This would this would drive me nuts because I like things to be neat, but I don't mind water pipes being that messy because they're hidden after you're done. So as long as you fill in the space and nobody goes without water, that's the main concern. Yeah, and like one more row across here. Should get just about everything. We did end up with a gap on this side. We have a little one right here, so we'll just bring that up. There we go. Enough water for everyone, kind of. There we go. And then power will spread itself over. We'll run lines if we need to. So what I'm thinking is that we want to do something similar to our raised traffic circle here, right here, so that they'll be able to get on. Let's back this up by one block here. Let's see. We have it listed in our modded intersections here. It's a raised roundabout. I think it's actually... we have some crazy stuff in here. There it is. So we want to include this, but I don't want to get too close to having it affect the bridge. I think we have just enough room. Yeah, so we'll go ahead and take out everything from the bridge. Let's pause time for a moment because this will really mess traffic up. Everything from where the bridge ends to about where the power lines cross, which I believe is right here, yeah. Maybe one more block back. In fact, maybe take out the power lines and make a mental note to very specifically replace them. And we have some abandoned cars here who will find their way. Sorry, Wienermobile. You will find your way back to the road momentarily. Let's see. There we go. So we'll kind of rotate this in, line it up as best as we feel. Maybe back this direction some. Yeah, I think that if you do what I did with the train station, it works out the best, as long as you keep the traffic flowing, don't let them cross the road, and have them come in from the right-hand side of the road. I think that's what's best. So I wonder if I could do a one-way road. I don't know, that would be weirder. I think I'll just move it over to the other side and have them do the same thing they're doing over here. But that tends to work. I've also seen some designs where people will have kind of a dead end. So they pull right up into the end of a dead end, right into the train station, and then they come out the other side and straight onto the road. Or you kind of like trick the road. It's essentially a dead end though. There we go, connect those. Connect these here. This side already looks good. This side, pretty good. I don't like having the very sharp turns with the highway because you want them to kind of flow. Anything that gets too sharp, they will slow down. You build around the train station so you can't move it or expand. Yeah, that's another reason why I put it way out of the way over here, to give it some space, to give it some room. So we have our flashing logos here to remind us, these icons will remind us to put our electrical lines back. Yeah, a lot of traffic gets drawn to it in general anyway, and so even if you do it on the correct side of the road, you'll still end up with a lot of traffic out in that area. So here we go. We'll continue this road all the way up to the traffic circle here, and then we'll use highway on and off ramps like we've been doing to go on and come off like that. We do want to always check here. You have a cargo terminal too, and most of the traffic prefers the train station. Yeah. Do you have it nearby? Is the cargo actually near the train station? Because it could be good or bad depending on how you do it. So what we'll do here is we will tell this that no one can turn left. We don't want anyone U-turning here. If they need to U-turn, they should do it up here in the traffic circle. Other sides of the city. Like I said, yeah, there's pros and cons to both. Let's go ahead and unpause. Traffic should be good now. The Wienermobile found his way back onto the road. Oh no, he teleported up through the traffic circle. Auto save. Cheers. Yeah, it's always good to put either one near an industrial area, otherwise you'll have trucks making their way from that industrial area over to it anyway. So it's good to have it near the industrial area, or at least one of them. What kind of roads do we want for our little neighborhood? Do we want bigger roads in the middle, or do we want to go ahead and start and move to smaller roads? I think for the main ribs off of this spinal column, similar to what we did down here, I think what we'll do is do the 2-lane roads, and I think we'll be fine. If we need to expand them, we'll tear up some houses, and that'll be sad for the people that live there, but I think we'll be okay. Like I said, we're expanding naturally. We don't want to necessarily overcrowd any areas. So down here on the end, I think we'll do a kind of a T. Bring this down. In fact, let's curve this one. One dirt road called Chicken Road. I'll see if I can work that in. Should they be on the beach? Should Chicken Road be like along the beach, or is it should it be like way back near the industrial area where no one really wants to live? I think I already know the answer to that question. Prone to flooding road. This one down here might be, actually, if you look. It's kind of close there. We'll see. Our water's been pretty calm. We already have a dam, and oftentimes if you try to install a dam in your city, you run the risk of flooding your city. But this map comes pre-installed with the dam. I'm looking at this, and if houses move in here, they will automatically raise the land, which is fine. I'm just wondering if people will want to actually take this road down and over and up to here. If I connected this, would it get too much traffic? Would I need to widen this road? I like the idea of connecting it. People can have a great, way to get to work connecting this on both sides. We'll try it. The Chicken Road should be on the beach. We'll work that in. Let's go ahead and curve this up here. What kind of building is this? That's just zinc products. Yeah, no, you can come off this intersection. Come straight down the hill. Slope too steep. I mean, you can build up. The slope is not too steep. I think it's just the way that the intersection is kind of lined up here. So we'll anarchy it in, and then look at it and make sure it looks okay. Does this look weird? No, I think this looks fine. This little bump here is kind of weird, but I don't think it actually gets in the way of traffic. No, they still turn in. We're good. Blake Street. Oh, what is this? What is this? What is this animal running through? Did you see it? I saw it, but it disappeared. Oh, there it is. It's a moose. Milton the moose. See you later, Milton. Okay, let's connect these two. Let's give it a little curve in. Yeah, like that. And then gonna get rid of this little bump here by dragging it out. Yeah, we're still good here. I mean, the building's kind of on the sidewalk some, but I don't know. I don't know if anyone's going to be walking it in. Maybe they will. Maybe we'll curve it back some. Like that. And then we'll go this way instead. Just gives it more space. Yeah, that's much better. And then if we have pedestrians, they can walk up through here. We have a bear. There's a lot of wildlife over here. The last map that I played on had, like, African animals, so there were, like, cheetahs and rhinos and stuff wandering around town everywhere. Okay, yes, anyway, we need to build out the rest of our neighborhood, so let's do more of this, where we actually continue stuff down to beachfront property. Except I don't want to make a beachfront road. We do that way too often, so I think what I'd like to do is about once every 3 blocks. 3 blocks is super spacious. Yeah, we'll do 3 blocks though. We'll come out and down to the water. So let's do that a few times. One, 2, 3. This one can come over here. And then our last one, just for you, Craig. Chicken Road. Dirt Road, Vermont Way, Chicken Road, R-O-A-D, Chicken Road. Okay, so this is the bottom here will look like, and then I think we'll take some roads off of these. We will give them some. Want to do 2 blocks? I think we will. Oh, we're still on Dirt Road. I know, upgrade that. We'll take these about 2 blocks off. Then we'll come in from down here, like that. So what that'll give them is their own little neighborhoods, without necessarily crossing over traffic from each other. Maybe we take... We'll take a curved road here and come up behind Chicken Road. 3 thumbs up. Do we want to do that? Let's come a little bit further up. Okay. So we haven't designed anything up here just yet, but let's connect them and go ahead and paint in residential here and let them move into this south side here first. That way they're not too close, because I bet if we look at pollution, yeah, the industrial area is pretty polluted. We don't want neighborhoods to get too close. There's a lot of unpolluted land here though that'll be just fine. And then noise pollution, these places are pretty noisy. Yeah, noise pollution bleeds all the way down into here. So we picked a good safe distance to build the neighborhood so far. If we need to expand, we'll expand up in here. We'll do some commercial as well. That's another thing, is our main strip, we definitely want to keep with our practice of putting commercial properties on there, and that's for the real-time mod, because people take breaks from work and in the evening to go to commercial areas to eat dinner in their travels around town. So here, I think we want to keep our circle, but we do want to give them an option to get up here. Though I think I'll keep it... It was itchy tonight. I think we'll keep it away from the traffic circle here in its intersection. We'll come down a few blocks, and we'll give them a we'll use this same big industrial road for now. We may actually pump up this circle then. Actually, I'm just thinking all this out. I might as well go ahead and do it. Here we go. Circle can hold a lot of cars, even though it's kind of unnecessary right now. Come down about 3 blocks, build up and over into that circle. So we may have people get off the interstate here in order to come up into the industrial area. I'm kind of okay with that. It'll take some of the traffic off of this. However, this is really backing up here. We'll look at that next. Oh, before we take too many drink breaks, let's go ahead and paint in the residential area so they can start moving in. So we're doing low density residential out here. We want this to be a nice little neighborhood for people to move into. So let's start. I'll go ahead and paint that one in, but let's stay off the main road for a moment. Paint in everything down here. They'll start moving in even without electricity, so we're going to have some people kind of upset that they don't have electricity just yet until it can spread. We'll let them start. In fact, let's use our paint bucket to get these ones that are closest to the main road. There we go. Now we can do wider swaths with our marquee tool. Right, now what I'm thinking here, we can go ahead and put another one in, is we do some low density commercial all along the north side here. Causes a little bit of noise, but we'll go ahead and paint them in. We have no demand for commercial, so these are not going to move in anytime soon, but they'll gradually work their way in. What do I want to put here? Do I want more commercial here? Do I want to let people live on the main road? That causes some traffic. You know, I think for now, actually, we just leave it unzoned. We just kind of see what happens. So, next up, let's look at electricity. How do they... They're blue as if they already have electricity? That may be a glitch. Because normally, you would spread from an area that already has electricity. We have another fire. Holy cow. That's not great. Solar. I do have some solar plants. Like, this out here is a... Where is it? This is a solar tower. Listen to it. It's got some crazy sounds. Can we hear it? Wait. Maybe. Can we get closer? Maybe it's not running right now. It's got some crazy, like, buzzing sounds and stuff, but, like, I would imagine... Yeah, there it is. See, now... Okay, so the blue aura is just their zone of influence that you need to get power within. So let's just run some down through here real quick. It kind of gurgles a little bit. And let's just jump over this road here and come in from behind here. That way they can still develop in all the areas that we've highlighted, but that should satisfy their power. This is our first little neighborhood here. What should we name this area? Any suggestions? I'm going to make a new district down here. In fact, I'll paint it all the way up to here. All the way down through here. Evergreen Heights. It's very generic. I'll wait for some suggestions, though. Evergreen Heights until we get a better suggestion. Emma Reed Street. Some very specific names. Pancake Town? Jamie, that is an awesome, awesome town name. Evergreen Heights is a terrible name. Pancake Town is amazing. With Chicken Road. I'm waiting to see who moves in here. It's got riverfront property right here off of like the dank banks of the of the river. The river doesn't have a name. I guess it'll be like Portis Villa River. We have an event coming up. It's only 4:55 p.m. on a Monday. The Opera House has a show at 5:30. We may go check out and see how that's doing. We've done that once before. Lots of people get drawn over there. This fire is slowly making its way over the top of the mountain. Things that have burned down have now started to rebuild after the fire's been put out. I'm not too worried about fires. Stuff rebuilds itself. It just looks terrible when it happens. I'm hoping that these trees come back, because it was a kind of a pretty mountaintop you could see over on this side, but now it's just full of charred trees. Okay, so this side, let's fix this. Let's pause time for. Let's let the train go. Let's pause time. Let's tell this. Okay, we want to move it. Relocate this building to the other side of the road, and maybe a little bit further up the road, because we need some room to work. So let's relocate it to here. We need to get these train tracks over to here, which shouldn't be too hard. The thing is, I still want it to join in the same place. I guess I don't have to. The problem is that it goes up onto a raised track over here, and I don't want to have yet another Y like this close to this one, because you don't want this issue where trains try to cross over and then they get in each other's way. Would that happen? It might happen. Maybe not. I'm conflicted. Let's try it. Why not? Let's try it, and then if there's an issue, we'll do the more complicated thing. So let's just come straight out from here first. We know we need to come all the way over to here. And then with the second train track, it almost never uses both at the same time. It's auto-saving. Get a little bit of lag with that. Let's come out to about 1 block from the end here, and then let's do what we did up here, where if you use the Move It tool and you pull this one out just a little bit, you can get a curve on it to join over here. So there we go. And then we can use the Move It tool to kind of budge that back over a little bit, so it doesn't look too awkward, but the train has the option to kind of come out and around and join up right here. So then we'll try to do this same Y then. Let's say, let's just do it. Let's say from here to here, and from here to here. Does it all connect? I think it does. I think you can go from here, turn right or left. You can go from here. I don't know. I don't think that this one can go to the right. That doesn't look like that connects. So let's back this up just a little bit. And let's say you connect a little further up. So now they join together definitely right here. Then it can go left or right no matter which side you came from. This is not connected though, like I thought it was. Okay, let's get that down to here. Okay, we'll straighten it out in a moment. Let's unpause and let that train go. There we go, because trains can get really funky and stuck, and then you have to wait for them to despawn, and it can actually eat into your traffic a little bit, or they can block stuff. That looks okay. I don't know if I've ever seen a train go up an incline that steep before, but in City Skylines, they can. So yeah, let's unpause. These guys are all gonna... I guess there were this many cars that were in it. These guys are all gonna have to go around. Now they're kind of filing in. They're crossing the street, but when they come in from down here, they're gonna have to pull across. Are they gonna turn across the whole road? No, these guys are just going. Okay. Oh, no power. It's easily solved. Let's take you out. Let's do this a little bit differently. Let's run one from over here to over here. And then the police department down here still needs one, so maybe we didn't have to get rid of those. Water did not stretch all the way over there. So let's make sure we get them water. We don't have any other buildings out here right now, so that's good for now. Let's unpause again. Let's watch it for just a moment. See if people flow in and out appropriately. want to mouse over anything, it gets kind of highlighted. Did they not come out? They're just trapped forever. So we're still waiting for people to... Oh yeah, we'll go check on that. Still waiting for people to drive in, like to route here, which I believe a lot of this is going to be people on their way. I might want to do some lane management. This is a one-way road specifically. This is meant to be two ways, because we may have people come from the Orsum district down through here and try to leave. Seems to be working. I don't know why people are driving down through here for any other reason other than turning around. I don't know. I guess we'll see. This shouldn't have a traffic light. People should just turn. In fact, let's make sure they know that you can pull into the intersection. Yeah, they've got that. Okay, so they'll just kind of flow in now. I wonder if this guy will finally work his way in. Or if he's going to let everybody go before him. They have a mind of their own. Oh well. So yeah, let's check on our traffic circle. All seems good. I'm confident that this will work okay. We have our town growing down here. Oh, these guys didn't get water. They didn't? Oh, I guess not. They're good. We had almost a full bar of residential demand, but looks like that was only enough to really fill out this area here. What is our next upgrade? We've got to be getting close. You thought I had traffic in a circle? I can check like the different ones, but oh, there was the main big circle that has a lot of traffic. One sec. We're about 2,000 people away from a level up. And that's going to get us the harbor, so we'll do that once we level up. To the north, do you mean this big one? Because it does have a lot of people in it, but it's flowing pretty well. So now they seem to prefer this one, like almost exclusively, which is kind of annoying. Maybe. So there's this circle that I upgraded. I just installed this circle. The only other circles I have really are these on my highways. And this is the one that I worked on at the very beginning. And I did say that I wanted to check on it, that's right. So this might be the one you were thinking of. It looks fine. Yeah, looks good. Like I said before, you don't normally want to do two intersections this close to each other because people will kind of back up and block each other in every direction. But since most people want to just get on from over here, it doesn't seem to be that much of an issue. How does our power look? Our actual supply. We're good on supply. Our water is starting to get low. This is the first time that our water availability has really kind of dipped down this far. Because the map came with water pre-installed. I might actually have to look at the pipes to see where. Yeah, down here. So it came with water pre-installed with drainage that goes off the side of the map, which is a little cheaty, but it allows for some relaxed play. And then it came with four pumps here, so we can just add to those. In fact, we can just add 4 more. Let's just add them like here. Or let's add pipes to them. There we go. No, upgrade water pipes. If you want to provide your citizens with heating. Oh yeah, we don't have water, or we don't have winter. Just... Where are we missing? Where are my normal water pipes? should be here. Did I scroll over weird or something? Yeah, there we go. That's weird. I think I had clicked on one of the expansion menus or something, so it was only showing me stuff for buildings. Or one of the, yeah, building menu things here. Did you click a second time? Yeah, there we go. I was wondering where my pipes went. Kind of overlaid here. I have a mod that expands this out. But yeah, so now our water availability is way up here. And we need to go ahead and add some sewage treatment in as well. So we'll do the same thing here. Let's get 4 of those in. Let's watch those for a moment till those go. It's kind of hard to see them if you actually turn off the overlay because it's so close to the edge of the map, but they're running. And then in our menu here, yeah, we're good. So we now have full supply again. How's our garbage looking? Garbage processing's in the green. I think all of our services are decent for now. If only we can find our city again. There it is. How's this doing? Oh, a little bit's moved in down here on Parker Street. Chicken Road has no population yet. I don't know why this bugs me so much that they want to use just this one now. I think it's because it's the closest one to the off-ramp. But I guess nobody is... It's not backing up. Traffic's not backing up, and some of them do seem to be splitting over here. Okay. I'll allow it. You can have a preference, I guess. Let's watch for some trains coming and going. Here's a train coming in. I just kind of want to see how they behave when they get to these splits over here, if it doesn't look too wonky. It's kind of a long one. So we got one getting off. You're going down that side. So if one was coming up at the same time, it would have to wait. It would stop and wait here, and if it's long enough, it could actually block one coming down. So it's not ideal. Just means we have to check on these more often. You're really supposed to extend these out a lot further, so you don't end up with 3 trains all kind of blocking each other at the same time. But I mean, it looks like it's working pretty well. Alright. We have a... Well, there was a dead body waiting for transport. I guess it just got picked up. Yeah, there's a hearse. Another fire out here. I don't know if our fire trucks are doing a good job on the mountain here, considering how much the fires have been spreading. We have a... Is that the fire truck? Okay. I mean, this one's responded well enough, I guess. Parked way down the road. I guess that counts. Okay. Alright, so what else do we want to do today? So, Matt, if you're still around, Matt, I did take your suggestion, and I went ahead and got the traffic improvement mod. Yeah. And I did install it. I haven't really checked it out very much yet, but we can take a look at it. I know that if you click on a bus stop here, we can kind of see it. Let's see. Or no, you click on public transportation. Where's that at? That's tours. There it is. It's a bus. Transport. Here we go. Vehicle editor. Bus vehicles. So I did go ahead and get the suggested bus options here. I may just want to go with like one uniform bus style. I don't mind doing the double length ones though. I don't recall which one's which though. Was it a New Flyer? Let me see. 2016 New Flyer, XD40, Nova, Chevrolet Express Shuttle, biofuel bus. I don't I'm not doing the biofuel buses. Let's try the Nova. Passenger capacity 60, New Flyer 30. Okay, so you can kind of tell by that. New Flyer D40LF 50, Express Shuttle 30. So I'll do the Nova that has the passenger capacity of 60. Okay, yeah, I'll do the Nova. So does that just change all the buses right away when I hit apply? Set the Nova to 80? I'll try it. Guess that's not too cheaty. Oh, I see. You up your maintenance cost, so it's fair. You have to pay for it. Gotcha. So I hit. Is that it? Is that what they look like? Oh, I see. Do you have to do it for each one? One sec. Let's pause. Can you change it for an entire line, or do you have to actually go to each bus? Max speed 200 kilometers an hour. The line itself, okay. Depot, bus depot, select types, add vehicle, remove vehicle, select types. Nova. Oops. East Heights. Well, let me move over a little bit and zoom out. There we go. So, for each one of these buses, do you change them that way? Or do you remove them and then add them? Move it autosave. So if I unpause, select all 3 Nova, okay. So if I remove, do I remove vehicles and then re-add them? I'll go ahead and try it. Okay. Okay, so there we go. So I had 6, so I've added 6 more in. And it does have 3 Novas, and that was the one that I seem to like the best. So let me go ahead and unpause and take a look at this real quick. There they go, they're pulling out. Oh yeah. What's its capacity? So this one can hold 30 because it's not the Nova. We only edited the Nova. That's the New Flyer. And as is common practice, when you drive a bus for the first time, you drive it out into the middle of the street and then park it there so that it blocks everyone from being able to pass by. Okay, I'll make those changes in just a second. So the Nova was set to 80, so there it goes. Oh, I see, they're loading up people technically, even though we can't really see what's going on. And apparently you can drive your camper right through the front of the bus. I think this will look a lot more smooth once they finally get out and spread out on the street. So yeah, let's go back to the settings really quick and set those so that I can leave them. Okay, so we had the, you said to set the XD40 to 80. I'm hoping this doesn't eat up too much of my available income. Now it seems fine. The D40LF, set that to 70. Gotcha. I may up their speed. I don't know if I want to go up to 100 or more kilometers an hour. Make sure the shuttle is at 30. Yeah, it's still at 30. You left it as default? Yeah, I'll probably leave them as default then. It would be hilarious if they were going 200 kilometers an hour. What is kilometers to miles per hour? 200 kph in mph. 200 kilometers an hour would be 124 miles per hour. That would be great. They would just take off. Okay, yeah, now that they're not all bunched up, let's take a look at the bus line and kind of see how that looks. Passengers, 196 on the orange line. Oh, we actually only edited the yellow line. So we need to do this for each line, don't we? Let's do this pretty quickly. I don't want to spend the whole episode on buses. We did that a couple episodes ago. But, remove the vehicles for each line. Okay, I'll see if I can do a faster version of that for each one. Here we go. We got red. Let's remove the 6. Select the types. Pick the 3 types. Add. Queued up. Okay, so we want 6. At least. We may add some more later. So that's good. The types stay the same, so that's good. We spent most of our time messing with this, so we're good. It's all applied, right? Yeah. Then let's also take a look at... See, that was orange. We did yellow. We have green and red. Red is the tram, though, right? Is this the tram line? No. Red's up here. I remember now. So we just did red, okay. And then orange is all the way up here. There it is. Looked kind of orange to me for a moment. This has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 buses on it. Let's go ahead and remove them all. Select type, select those 3. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, yeah. Good. Okay, so we have 9 buses queued to pull out of this area, and then the other... the green bus, there it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We should select the types first. Oh, it removed them. The one that already came out. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm okay with just letting them be random. Though this doesn't seem to have any Novas on it. Maybe we do take them out. There we go. 2 Novas at the end. Okay, so we just kind of need to let that go for a bit. Oh, we're gonna miss the end of the opera. How much traffic did this generate? Visitors in the last 10 minutes, 108. So maybe it's not as popular as it used to be. The parking lot's not full. There are quite a few pedestrians here. Lots of people walking over here, but these guys are coming home from work. You can see their hard hats and they're carrying their lunch boxes. People visiting the park. I love how bustling our city is. It is 7:57 p.m., so people are leaving work on their way home. Tons of pedestrian traffic, but not a lot of car traffic. This is ideal. This is actually pretty awesome. A little bit of car traffic over here, waiting to turn. So what's stalling you? Just congestion in this intersection by itself. Okay, they're stopping here. Let me actually let them pull into the middle of this intersection. And I believe that might solve our problems because we don't have any traffic lights there. And these inner city intersections may be the biggest trouble for pedestrian crosswalks because pedestrians will stop traffic, but we can't really do a good overpass pedestrian walkway without tearing up some buildings, which we can do later too if it gets really bad. I think we're okay. Let's actually check the traffic overlay. We're gonna have some red in here, But if it's flowing, I wouldn't call that flowing. This is a new development, I believe, because it's kind of salmon color. Hey, a raid! Thank you very much! I haven't got a notification for it yet. It's coming, I'm sure. Welcome, welcome. We're playing a very casual round of City Skylines. We're a few episodes in. We're playing with the real-time mod. Kind of getting tongue-tied a little bit. Real-time mod. So the time of day is going to pass very slowly. People are coming and going to and from work. People just got off work for the evening, so pedestrians have really crowded the streets. It is. It's super fun. It's super fun to add mods to, which I can't say for all games, because in most games I feel like mods are kind of ways to cheat and have extra fun after you already enjoy the game. This game is pretty basic in its vanilla gameplay, which it's still a great game, even without any mods, but the mods just add so much flavor to this game. Your ability to fine-tune every little thing. Hey, thanks for the follow. Your ability to fine-tune every little thing, from the lanes that people can use on the roads to, just what I was working on with Matt earlier when he recommended the transport mod and being able to choose the different kinds of buses that are on the street and how many people can set in the bus. See how many this is carrying. 25 out of the 80 that it can carry. Yeah, one of my favorite things is just how fine you can get with like the detail. Like, let's pause it for a moment. This person crossing the street here, Willow Davies. She lives at the Elm residence. That's all the way over here. She works at the cinema, which is right here. And she is on her way. Where's she going? She's going home for the evening. So you can see her path and the way that she's walking home. I love this game. She's going to the tram here to get on the tram to go home. You can see so much stuff. Yes, and this is, in my opinion, what SimCity 4, I believe it was? 4 or 5, I don't even remember. That newer one that they tried to make that didn't really take off because it was always online and people really didn't like it years ago. This came out shortly afterward. Really took the Sims community under its wing. It has residential, commercial, industrial, just like the Sims, and so many other aspects that I believe SimCity should have had. Excuse me, I have the hiccups. Exactly. And then all of the expansions that have come out have just made it so much better. Like the industrial expansion allows you to actually pick different industry buildings. In fact, let's check on our Applegate Woodland industry here. We're making planed timber, turning it into paper, and exporting it, and it's about to level up to level 5. And I believe that we can make another product once it actually gets to level 5, and then we'll have some good exports from over here. However, this is on the opposite side of town from our train depot down here, so we're going to see some traffic probably pick up on the interstate if we have more exports. Used to play a phone version of this. I think it's the mobile version of SimCity. I love city building games. Like the simple ones are great, the more complex ones are great. It just really depends on what you're in the mood for at the time. And I could lose hours fine-tuning this, like just every little thing. You know, when you stream it and you have viewers, you want to keep it interesting, but like if I was sitting here playing in silence, like I would stare at a road for like a good 5 minutes and then maybe just do something like this where I just could grab the road and tweak it a little bit to like make sure that people are flowing onto the intersection perfectly. It's almost like your own little model city. You could destroy buildings with a Storm Creator building. There's of The Sims 4 and 3D pixel art. You can make your own modded buildings for this as well and put in any building you can think of, and the Steam Workshop has tons of options for you to bring stuff in. How's our little town doing down here? Oh, look at that! Pancake Town is growing. Chicken Road. The chicken... This is a nice house to be on a dirt road. The Myrtle residents. They're not very happy, though. Why are they not happy? You know what we haven't done out here? We haven't actually expanded any services. They don't have a police station. They don't have a fire department. It is a great house for this. Oh, look out back. They got a swing set. How many bedrooms do you think that is? That's at least 4 bedrooms with a den, 2 floors, 2-car garage. Chicken Road, man, that's where it's at. Oh, and then look across the street at this luxurious home. This one here, the Florence residents, they're happy. See, money can't buy happiness. Let's get some services in here. I know, like, the view is great. Great view of the bridge, look at the moon. Let's get them a police department. We don't have, like, anything big on this side of town. Closest police department's all the way over here by the train station, so that's what we'll use this inner part of the road here for. I think we should go ahead and splurge for the headquarters, because we should have a couple of them, and the other one's on the far other side of town. Yeah. I think it's a good option, and we could put schools over here too. That made everybody happy. Let's do the same thing with a fire department. Fire station. Fire station. Let's do the modern looking one. Put it down this side. This might actually improve stuff up on the mountain too. Let's see if we get any happy faces over here. Oh yeah. I don't know. Like, you still don't have any over here, so let's do a smaller fire station, a little closer. Maybe actually up on the hill. We'll put it right here. There we go. I think that'll help stuff up there. Let's look at education. We have no education out here. These blue houses over here, they have elementary education. High school. University. Okay. Clicked on Sims 4 to open, just now realized it hadn't opened. This game, if I don't load this up a good 5 or 10 minutes before the stream, it will delay my stream. It takes forever, and I get so upset with myself when I realize that I didn't actually tell it to load. Just built a fire station on the ashes. Yeah, I mean, I don't think that anyone who works up there would complain about that. So we have elementary schools here, high schools, okay. So elementary, let's get one in. Maybe we'll just do a block of schools here. Let's do elementary there. Let's get a high school in. The high school right next door. What else do we have? Community school. We don't have an Institute of Creative Arts yet, but this doesn't really strike me as a college town like that northern part up here. This is kind of just the industry town. So I think they're good for a bit. Yeah, you like run the application or run the Spotify app, but then forget to hit play, and it's just sitting there. I think all of these houses that move in are going to be nice. Oh, the trailer upgraded. What do we have here? Give it a second. Let's see what it turns into. Oh, it is nighttime with the real-time mod. It does take a little while to build. If you have a technical college, it would be good down there, or like a trade school. Let's see what we have. I think we have Modern Technology Institute, Institute of Creative Arts, Community School, University, maybe Community School. I think it works like... It's an alternative to elementary school, which we already have, but probably couldn't help to have like an alternative. We'll put it just down the road. We'll put it over here, because we will expand eventually, and it'll just give us some more school coverage. People could drive across town if they really want to go to that school. It's choice school. Community school. Whoa, where are you headed? Sometimes these emergency service vehicles freak me out zooming by. We have a healthcare emergency. Uh-oh. The Birch residence. Wonder if they'll carry somebody. Oh yeah, no, we got somebody on a stretcher. They're covered up, it doesn't look good. traffic has really grown. So we actually have just a little bit of demand still left, so that may help them upgrade a little bit and move into the little gaps that are still here. We actually have some industrial demand. A featured game. No, you're good. Yeah, I get really paranoid of Google listening to me because half the time when I get on social media or something, it would be advertising something that I've just talked about earlier in the day. It knows. But it's really weird when it advertises stuff that it probably thinks that my wife wants, and it tries to get me to buy it. Like, I'm not gonna buy the wrong thing. If she wants something, she can buy it. Or I'll talk to her about it, but like it tries to sell it to me. Like, maybe I'm not buying enough. Okay, commercial did start moving in a little bit up here. We have a couple little, there's a pharmacy, convenience store, drugstore, liquor store, drugstore, liquor store. Okay, so if we actually do expand any industrial, how do we want to do it? Do we want to expand the Orsum district any? We might as well. We did just get them a new little neighborhood, but we don't have a whole lot of room to expand that's not on top of the hill here. Unless we just go ahead and carve into the rest of this hilltop. I kind of like how it looks here, but that's the space that we have to work with. That or... or we can kind of make some offshoot roads here that still have some ore processing, and then maybe a back road here and bring it down some more. I guess I'll go ahead and carve off the top of the hill, as much as I like it. It's our best bet. We could do some crossroads here. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Let's use Electric's mod here to get the same kind of road. Let's do straight roads across. As straight as we can make them. Let's see how this ends up looking. No, okay, so we actually need to tweak it a little bit. Let's take those back out. We have to choose a special option here that tells it to force the ground to follow the elevation of the road. There we go. Then it'll carve the mountain into the roads that we want. That's a little better. What are you going to do over here? Wow. I may actually use the terrain tool here then if it's going to be like that. Oof. These things will flatten out. I bet we had anarchy on too. Okay. This is actually looking okay now. I don't mind that the grid is all malformed because the buildings, when they actually move in, will terraform that. I'm just hoping that all these intersections don't cause too much traffic. I don't think they will. I hesitate to connect right here, though. Maybe we go ahead and make a little... Oh, now the slope's too steep. Really? You can come over to here, though? Okay. So we'll do that. And let's paint in industrial to all these little spaces that we've just created. Don't be like Nashville and forget roads, so everyone has to go way far around to get places. Yeah, I like to connect things, but you also don't want to cause traffic, which is also like Nashville, by having intersections too close to one another and then traffic backs up and then blocks another intersection. I actually, someone mentioned earlier it looked like a road in Asia. I think it kind of looks like some of those pictures you see of like marketplaces in India where there are no traffic lights and everyone just trusts everyone in the crossway. It looks super dangerous, but in this game there are no traffic accidents yet, so I actually kind of like how that turned out. We still have these little mountains that have been carved into here. They're going to get eaten away a little bit more by the buildings that move in, but If anything, it kind of looks like industry came through here and just completely devoured this mountain, and I kind of like how that looks. Dallas is like a grid, so if you miss a stop, you can turn on the next street. Yeah, I think Dallas and some of the other western cities, though, they got the luxury of being able to build everything on a grid. Oh no. Did you lose your save? Like... Why does an industrial area need any other type of zoning in it? It doesn't need it. None of them need it. However, that's a good point. I should probably speckle a couple of little commercial areas for them to go and get lunch, because that's a thing with the real-time mod. They actually do try to go get lunch at commercial areas, and I didn't even think about that at all when I planned all this out. So I bet what we could do is spot some of these through here. Every other block or so, I can put some commercial stuff in. And we'll do 2 here in the middle. And then we'll do like 1 down here on the end. I don't know why it doesn't get individuals sometimes. Oh, that's the fire department we put in. That's good. Just, let's take that out. Brown. There we go. Blue. So they'll move out. And go poof. It is 1:30 a.m. on a Tuesday here in my town, so construction may be a little slowed by that. Our residential demand has shot up yet again. We're getting so much closer to leveling up. We are only about 400 people away. So I bet we would level up if we actually expand Pancake Town up just a little bit. Let's do that. Let's see if we can get that level up tonight. It is 1:30 a.m. on a Tuesday. That's funny. Yeah, let's kind of expand out here. Let's leave some area open for larger parks. But we do a different kind of shape up here. Kind of bring some of these intersections up. Now go to bed. Yeah, how about we do something that kind of comes in here. Here. Maybe an intersection there that comes over. But again, we can fill in some of these spaces with parks. Let's make sure they get water. They have water, they're good. Let's make sure that they are Pancake Town. Oh no. I was remarking recently at how few people got sick after the last convention, but I feel for you. I thankfully did not get sick. Like, I definitely felt it. I got fatigued, but I didn't pick up any bugs. But families with kids are particularly vulnerable to stuff being brought into the house. So I feel for you. Let's see if houses start popping up pretty quickly. Oh, again, it's only 2:30 a.m. I do have it set to pass the night more quickly. Oh, there we go. No, that's not it yet. Orson Welles reached level 2. So this is our first level up for the industry area here on the mountain. So now we actually can put in Ore Industry Workers Barracks. We have all these mods working together, so a lot of this stuff is going to come up all at once if you've never played before. But yeah, let's go check it out. We'll check out the Chicken Road trailer. I will upgrade these things later, because we did a lot of industry work in the last episode, so that can wait. It is still upgrading. They moved the trailer down here to the back end of the building. Let's see. First person camera. Just a second. Let's see if we can... There we go. Getting closer. There's a guy in here working. Is he working? I can't really tell. I can't get any closer. He looked like he was dancing for a moment on the cement. Oh, he's got a skateboard. Never mind. That's just a kid on a skateboard. So yeah, we probably won't see this actually build up until daytime. Yeah, that's a good idea. We'll check on the buses. This won't expand until the sun comes up, and then hopefully we'll be able to hit that 30,000. Now let's unpause. Bus lines. 195, 326 on the orange line. Still only 43 on the yellow and 20 on the red, but that's okay. They at least have commuter options. Let's check on this orange line. So some of these buses here on the orange line, 19 out of 80. This orange line is the one that would benefit the most from the upgrades that we just did, I would imagine. If the buses aren't full, you can change them to shuttles, and if they're still full, change it to the articulated buses. I don't know if they're filling up. Let's see. 303 residents. 1 second. I had it highlighting the line, didn't I? There we go. 14 out of 70. I don't mind leaving them the buses and not changing them to too much. 1 out of 70. What about the long one here? Or that's the long one. 2 out of 80. It is also 3:50 a.m. Average 51. I'm gonna pause really quick. So yeah, it looks like it was carrying a lot of people during the day, so I think it was doing a good job during the day. And then they still run at night. And if I really wanted to get into it with a fine-tooth comb, I could change like what our funding is at night. And that would probably reduce the buses at night and then expand them back in the daytime. But we have 1.5 million. I'm not too worried about money. However, we did really slow down our income quite a bit with some of the expansions that we just recently did that we have to pay upkeep on. So we will need to expand things like industry a little bit more soon in order to grow that back out again. So let's see here. Yeah, you can kind of see when the buildings start to move in, they're going to like carve out of the mountain. So we'll start to see some of those move in. I wonder what this one's going to do. They paved all the way up this vertical wall. It's 4:27 a.m. People don't wake up till 6. What's going on here? You lost, son? We're gonna follow this guy. We're waiting until morning anyway. Is he? If I've said it once, I've said it a million times. Pump the brakes at the bottom of the hill. Oh, he's just... Oh. He's a mole person. wait, I don't know if I can select him now that he's under the hill. I think I'll lose him. Let's wait till he comes out the other side. Oh my goodness. Where's he at? Is he gonna come out? Oh no, I moved the camera. There he is. Where are you? Where are you going? Oh, this is terrible. So this is a glitch you run into on occasion with pedestrians and cars. It's very rare, so much so that it's not worth disabling the mods, but the Move It mod that lets you angle roads and whatnot really let you fine-tune getting your roads into the right places. However, oh wow, this is gonna be fun. But it does glitch out the intersection sometimes and really messes with the pathfinding. So this guy, I've actually highlighted one of these rogue people before, and check to see where they're going, and they were going somewhere that was way behind. So they just keep going until they reach the end of the map, and then they unload, I guess. Here we go. This is like Fight Club. Oh, the music is perfect. We're not gonna follow him all night. But yeah, let's actually check and see where he says he's going. Because if we click on here, it has no idea. Oh, is he... Wait a second. Is he following... No. Okay, for a second there I thought he was following the subway tunnel. He has no outline for his traffic route on the road. It says that he is driving home, and he resides at the Victoria residence, which is way back here. So I actually kind of want to see what he does at the water, and then we can leave him alone. Yeah, this is relaxing, alright. Bye. This may actually be kind of morbid if it wasn't magical. No? Yeah, see? For a minute there I thought he was just going to go down into the water, but there he goes. I could despawn his vehicle, but this is so much better. Yeah. And then just off the other side, right? Alright, see you later. Who was it again? Like the driver? Sterling Holmes. See you, Sterling. Have a good evening. Drive right through town. Alright, back to what we were doing. Okay, so this is actually looking really good. We should go ahead and upgrade some of... Ooh, I think those are all notifications telling us that several of these had leveled up, which is awesome. Oh, that looks incredibly weird. This didn't do what I thought it was going to do. It actually doesn't look completely terrible. I mean, aside from this weird vertical thing and the fact that no one would ever put their stuff up here. Like, yeah, no, we actually need to use the tool to flatten that out. So let's see. Let's hope we do this the right way. Shift terrain, level terrain. Right click, and then you left click. Ooh, okay. You can undo. Brush size single, brush strength 1. Take the brush strength down some. Yeah, so we'll do something like that to clean these up a little bit. Yeah, we're gonna eat into the nice cool hills that we made, but I think we kind of need to so this doesn't turn out looking terrible. This is weird, this one. I don't mind it looking like they just carved into solid mountain to plot their lot down. You know, like they just blew out a big straight wall. I don't mind that so much as them actually having their props up on the hill. Okay, this one's a little... You know what? I don't even mind that so much. Though that pointy bit's a little weird. That's fine. Look at that beautiful sunset. Sunrise, rather. 6:30 a.m. Busiest bus line. Now that it's morning time and everyone's going to work, that's a great question. Orange, 231 passengers. Which would make sense because it is the one that carries people from north. Everyone living up here that needs to make their way down to the tram would have to get on Orange. Residents in the last 10 minutes. What's this here? 184 people waiting at stop number 6. And they are, yeah, they're up here in the north side of town. So they've actually got to have like 2 or 3 buses to pick all of them up. actually probably do with adding a couple more lines, or a couple more buses to this line. Yeah. So we'd see 156 people. This bus picked up about 50. Articulated buses. Yeah, let's, the Nova, was the Nova articulated, or did we have any articulated? The XD60? Let's see. Then let's say... Oh, we don't have the XD60. Okay, I might have to get that next time. I will keep that in mind. Let me actually write that down. The XD60. And I'll get that for next time. So the orange line's going to suffer just a little bit tonight. That's okay. What else do we have going on in town? You know, we didn't do a full look at traffic. This is still flowing. This crazy spaghetti monstrosity that we made over here that actually somehow works properly. Yeah, rip orange line. Sorry, orange line. I still do love what we did with the tram here, where we made it cross this, go down underground, and then come out over here so it can turn around at a stop. I'll pat myself on the back for that one, because I think that turned out really well. Let's watch it for a second. I'm watching this intersection as well, because it was red. We get a lot of people through here. Yeah, there goes one down. Oh, nice. I like it. A lot of traffic across town. Ooh, no, this isn't good. What's causing this slowdown? This is an accordion of cars for no reason. People getting onto the highway here. Looks like they're causing a slowdown. Okay. Smooth out the right turn. Were you talking about back here? Right here? This actually goes pretty smoothly. Like, they do have to slow down to turn. Did I add proper yield signs to the roundabout, to the big one over here? I'm back and forth, sorry. No, I think lane management is what this might need first, because they're coming in and they're cutting off traffic here. So I think what I need to do is take a look at some of the actual, like, lane rules here first. Like, you can only turn into this first lane, and if you're here, you need to get over. So they get on here. They can still get over if they need to. And this is 2 lanes, so they can come off over here to the right if they want. I think that may have helped a lot, so let's... Okay, no, yeah, they're still trying to get over here. What are you doing? Why are you bothering doing that? You can make the road in between the entrance and exit 3-lane and the rest 4-lane. Yeah, I could do that. Let's see here, let's... What is... Do we have another rogue vehicle here? No, he was just... I guess he was U-turning. There is an element of the Traffic Manager mod that does add smarter cars that try to zoom through your city. And they cause traffic, but they know what they're doing. So it almost emulates... Whatever's happening here is terrible. We're going to figure this out in a second. But it does add elements of chaos to your traffic in kind of a creative, fun way. Because it adds those jerks that try to speed through traffic and try to, like, cut people off and stuff. And it's kind of neat. I kind of want to tell this that they need to go straight. Right here. Like, they can get over later. I'm kind of wondering, like, how that'll work. Like, if you guys want to get over, you can go straight here. Like, there's nothing here forcing you to stay on the highway. Like, you do have to merge here. Right? So let's maybe also say that you have to get over. And that you have to get over. But then, like, if you really want to get back over, you could do that over here. Okay, so now these guys are getting on, so we need to tell this intersection. No, hatchback, I don't want to select you. So we need to tell this, okay, you get on here. And yeah, there are tricks that you could do with 3-lane highways, and then you switch to 4-lane highways, so that it kind of emulates the interstate where you get on and you have your own lane. But this kind of does the same thing. I could give them yield signs, but then they just back up down into here. Or maybe not, like, you know, it depends on how much traffic is actually coming through. But if you give everybody a way to flow, then it flows a little bit better. So really, I think we just need to give some TLC to each one of these intersections where multiple lanes are joining here. In fact, let's do 2-lane treatment here. Oh, yeah, let's do 2-lane treatment. I don't see many people actually using these far left lanes, so I'm going to have them all merge here. Let's watch that for a second. Okay, this is backing up for other reasons, so we'll check that out in a moment. This might also need some treatment in a bit. I saw that back up earlier. Okay, so this is causing other issues. This is coming from people trying to get back onto the highway here. It's getting a little too busy here, so I think what I'm going to do... grab this, Control O, automatic roundabout. 3, 2, 1, boom. Let's make sure we select the right kind of road, because I want to kind of keep that the same. Let's upgrade it around. No, we want one way. That was a mistake. One way. I may not even need that many lanes. It may cause traffic to have that many lanes. Okay, we also want no traffic lights. Let's see how this experiment plays out. Honestly, this might do better if I have highways here instead of 6-lane one-way roads, but let's see. Let's give it a moment. Let's let it play out. They're moving. Kind of. Doesn't seem too terrible. Let's make sure to tell them the basic things that we always do, which was you're able to turn in. Okay, roundabouts are automatically allow them to pull into the intersections. That's perfect. Okay, so we do still have some merging people, but these guys were trapped in the middle of the intersection from earlier. Let's give this a moment. Alright. I think this might actually work out over time, but you know what? Let's do highway. Let's see. So this is the one-way, yeah. Let's try this instead. Oh no, I accidentally upgraded that one. Now they want to turn around. Okay, we're not going to do that. Try to let them flow on and off without having to use the yield signs first. Don't tell me you're all turning around. You don't have to turn around now. Yeah, okay, there we go. No, you don't have to turn around. Stop turning around through the intersection. or through the median. I feel like this is working. Let's do the same thing here. Let's give this the lane treatment. First lane on, second lane on. You can turn. But you can also only go here. So you need to get over if you're going straight. And similarly here, we only have one lane coming in, that's good. But if you're coming from over here, you can turn, or you can go straight, but you have to get over. And here, you can get off, or you can get over. Hey, we made Capital City. Excellent. So now we can actually do a harbor and ferries. We have eco water treatment. That's really all that this unlocks, but that's awesome. Thank you. Let's see. Colossal City is the next one, and we need 40,000 for that. So that'll be a little while. That might be a couple episodes before we get that. But yes, we can do boats. Make sure we tell them that they only get on that first lane. These guys have to get over. So there's never anybody actually coming into contact with anybody right here, and then they have to change lanes if they need to elsewhere. So how's that flowing? They are definitely changing lanes elsewhere. Why? Oh well. You know, they're getting out of the way. They're not getting into other people's way, so I don't really mind that, I guess. Oh, except for that guy. Oof, okay. What are you doing? I'll make them go all the way around the intersection if they don't behave. If I do this, we just change lanes sooner. Why are you trying to turn right from this lane? It's so strange. These guys need to get over and merge here then. And we have to do something similar for these other intersections, like if you're in that lane you gotta go across. This lane can go across. So I guess we forgot to do that kind of stuff. Like telling them where they can go across to. Okay. So I think that looks good. That looks better. Brown should be turn only. Which one was that? Up here? The colors actually don't mean anything. The colors just kind of help you. This lane should be turn only, and that's brown. You're right. I don't want them to go across there. If they need to go across, they should get up here. Good point. If that's the one you were talking about. Are you gonna head out? Yes. Thank you for joining. Thank you for the follow earlier, and awesome. I'll see you around. Hopefully you join me next time. Have a good one, Wheels. That seems much better. We didn't have to use the yield signs. Is this getting relief? It is moving-ish. Love to have you back. Have a good night. Okay, they're kind of stopping here, though. No, I don't know. Usually that's what the cars lined up being turned on helps with. They go ahead and pull up into the intersection, but I guess they see cars coming and they stop as a result. See, they didn't need to if these guys were getting off. Could this be 2 lanes? It could be like this. It would let them line up double. I don't know if it would be better or worse, but it's definitely worth a shot. blocks here to get into lanes, and then we have to redo this a little bit. So you turn out here. You can turn out to here. You can go from here to here. I don't mind if you go from here to here. You know what? No, I take that back. If you want to get off here, you do need to be in this lane. So this second lane is kind of redundant, but let's see if that helps. I mean, not really. They seem to still be all lining up in one lane, but it gives an option. They could get in a second lane. One other thing that I could do that might help here, I'm going to take a look at speed limits, and we can say, it's already 100 because it's a highway, we can say 130. I give you permission to fly through the traffic circle. So let's see how that goes. Wow, those guys are cutting it really close to each other right there. There are better ways to do in and outs of traffic circle as well. Oh, you're talking about Davie Street. Yeah, we could do that too. Sorry, I missed that message a moment ago. Yeah, let's try it here too. Let's see how it behaves. Let's do this again. Let's see. You can go here. Second lane can go here, in which case I think we want our brown lane here to get all the way over if they can. That taxi wasn't having it. Now, if they're coming from over here and they want to go straight, they do have to get over here at some point, I think. Do they have that option? They no longer have that option. Yeah. That tied them up because now they have to go all the way around in order to get into the right lane. So I do still need to let them cross that. So I guess we need to tell them to merge here, which kind of defeats the purpose of having two lanes come in, but if I can select it, there we go. Tell those two to merge. Give it a second. You know, pause. This is a failed experiment. I'm gonna call it right here. Let's see. I know you keep recommending the yield signs, but again, I think that would just make them yield here. The circle would continue, but the thing is, they would just all back up while they're yielded. I want them to be able to just keep going where they're trying to get to. So, here's what I'm thinking. All this goes one block back in each direction. Let's get our highway. Let's see. At least I would like to get it to... Oh, that's right, you have to have at least one segment of road. There we go. Okay, so we have our highway here. Then what we're going to do here... We don't even need to raise it. I was considering raising it, but... Ooh, you know what, though? Let's do this. I'm kind of thinking out loud. Let's take one of our traffic circles that we already have, like this one. It's already raised. Let's plop it down, but then let's tear these out. I probably had a better one to use than that, but it's already raised, and that's what kind of what I was going for. So now what I want to do is take this road. And actually, let's use the move it tool here and Alt delete. A couple of these columns. They're not load bearing, it's fine. Then come back to our road. Bring it straight through. And up. That's a weird intersection. What is it doing? It's decided it would like to be weird. So we'll just give them 2 lanes all the way through there. I think that'll be fine. So for this, what I'm thinking is that we have on and off lanes come from here, up to here, down to here. Ooh, we have anarchy on. That's not how that should look. Let's go a little bit further back. Curve up and out. There we go. And then here, curve out and in. So that's the same intersection. We'll do the same on this side. Did it go the right direction? Yes. Okay. And from here, out and up if we can. I mean, we can do this if we have to. There we go. That got a little wonky. There we go. And let's take the traffic lights out while we're thinking about it. Now, this. I'm actually thinking that this can go away, and instead can be an extended off-ramp that makes its way over. And on. And another right here that comes off. Oh wow, didn't exactly expect it to go that far. Let's do normal curve here. Come off and down like that. Oh, and I bet we actually still have this set. Yeah, let's lower that a little bit. We still have our setting here to raise the ground. So that's why it was doing weird hills and stuff with some of these. So we can actually page down a bit of this. I'm bringing out some, so we don't end up with this weird little elbow here. Let's bring our curve in. Actually, we can bring that out to match. And this we can bring down, page down. There we go. I don't mind the land being brought up to the ramp. That's kind of neat in a way. Sort of. Fingers crossed. Is there a fingers crossed emoji? Fingers crossed. Let's unpause and see how this works. Let's watch it for a moment because it's got to uncluster itself. Alright, so now we got a long line of cars trying to get on here. I think this is because it meets it at such a right angle. So let's actually pull this over some so that it gets more of a flow. And then let's do the lane dealio here. you go to the first lane. You guys need to get out of the way if you're going straight. Oh no, okay. This has never really been an issue before. Excuse me, I have the hiccups again. Like, I see why it's an issue, but I was worried about it when I first built this in with these intersections so close, but it hasn't been an issue yet. I'm only just now getting notifications for the follows that I got earlier. Okay, it kind of died down. Not too worried about it then. Lots of people getting off the highway, right? Is this handling them well? Not necessarily yet. It's still flowing slowly. Let's give them more of a curve. Like an on-ramp, right? This poor guy. I'm kind of straighten some of this stuff out so it doesn't look too tacky. Okay, so it's flowing, it's flowing. They do have to slow down a little bit, but we do have a little bit of a snake build up here. Let's see if that goes away. Let's do some of the other things that we did earlier too. Like, let's say, I don't mind if you guys go 130 up here. Oh, that's because it's not highway. Let's go ahead and make it highway. You know, we don't have to do the 3-lane though. Let's do the 2-lane. I did not mean to upgrade these. That did not go as smoothly as I thought that it would. I mean, it doesn't really hurt necessarily, but yeah, sure, why not? It's kind of bulked it up a little bit. They're still gonna have to merge. But you know what? That actually kind of looks like that's working kind of well. So the highways don't have a tendency to have, when you build with the highways, they have a tendency to do merges instead of intersections. So they don't do traffic lights, they don't do yield signs. They just kind of like allow your cars to flow on. They have a higher default speed. They're essentially meant to be interstates. They also don't have zoning next to them. So if you look at like zoning where you can actually plot out, you know, different things, you can see the highway pieces and the off ramps and on ramps. They don't have the zoning nearby. People coming from the east are turning left and never entering the circle. When you say east, hold on, let's see. So this is what I consider kind of north and south for this city. And I know that I was kind of turned around, so you probably meant a different direction. Were you talking about people getting off here and not going around the circle? Also, did I not upgrade this stretch right here? I don't think I did. Some of them are coming around. North now? Yeah. Some are coming around. Let me make sure I saw somebody stop. Yeah, here we go. Let's allow them to pull into the intersection. It's always important to check that. It keeps these trucks from doing this behavior where they just kind of stop before they turn. And you want them to be able to just keep driving. Even though they look like they tilt really dangerously to one side when they turn. From north to southeast. Oh, these cars are disappearing because they've been driving for so long. Okay, what's happening here? Yeah, I think a whole new problem is starting to emerge. I don't know, we'll see. We will see. This whole thing could be a highway all the way up through here without being this slower road, but honestly, the whole point was to get them to kind of single file their way into these. Also, when I upgraded this road, I didn't tell them no parking on the road. I don't like the aesthetic. It doesn't actually hurt anything, but it just looks weird. Parking right in front of the train station when people are supposed to be unloading. Are they pulling out? How long does it take them to unload? I noticed that earlier. Somebody pulled out, it pulled in and didn't pull back out. There they go. Look how like dangerous that looks. There they go though. They wobble. This has just been a really like whatever episode. I've been like going from place to place, just kind of patching some stuff up. I bet these guys don't have that. Nope. Pull into the intersection, please. It might be redundant, but I kind of don't hate the idea of giving them a thing like this. So they can bypass the traffic circle too. Like, I feel like that's bad engineering, but I think it might alleviate some of the stress that we have on our road here. Let's get the zoning off. There we go. Because they're coming up here and then coming down and they're blocking this, so I'm wondering if, like, once they realize this is here, if it'll help. Where are you going? Okay, it's going to take a little bit. People plan their path and then they drive the whole path. Looks like a Cobra. It does kind of... I kind of thought that this up here kind of looked like a turtle with wheels. And then there's its head. But now he's got like some weird like cerebro thing going on. This is flowing now. I don't mind if it's slowly flowing as long as it's flowing. I bet it's like crazy red though. Yeah. It's gonna stay like red or orange for nearly forever though, because it's got high traffic flow, which I am okay with high traffic flow, because every truck that makes it down here and unloads something into this train, it means a little bit more money for us, so. Well, maybe not every truck, but a lot of the trucks. The exports, they pay into the city. We get taxes off of that. Cerebro turtle with wheels. It is Cerebro, or even better, a turtle with wheels and a cobra on its head. Yes. More money, more cobras. One of the best parts about the Move It tool is if we wanted a cobra anywhere else, we could just do this. And we could totally, like, copy it and have another cobra. Even though this kind of just came out of my brain while we were working. You know what, I do think that we could benefit, this is kind of ugly right here, I think we could benefit from a 2-lane. Let's see, let's get the node selector here again. I think we could benefit from upgrading this road to a 2-lane. Also, hey John, I did notice that was you. Let's get a 2-lane on here. And what we can do then is allow these merges to go into their own individual lanes. This was an accident to have that be 2 lanes, but let's say you guys, you really need to take this left side. Can you not? That's weird. It's like it disappeared. You guys turn to this first lane. You go straight. You can't go straight. Okay, something's going on here. We need to Is it two-way? Oh yeah, you're right. Is it? You're right, it's a two-way highway. I meant to select this one. Good call out. That's why I couldn't. That's why I couldn't send them into that lane. I was forcing them into oncoming traffic. Here we go. Now we can say, okay, you guys, you need to come to this lane. And then you need to go to this lane. This doesn't have to be 2 lanes. It's kind of working out. I don't mind it. They have to merge here. It's going to keep them from backing up on this. This is almost unnecessary because they can go straight through here if they need to get to this side. This is only necessary if they want to get up here and turn around. Let's correct some of this because I think it's kind of ugly to have these doubles getting on and off. Let's do that. Let's make sure that this kept our lane rule that we just gave it. It did not. You go here. I think that'll work just as well, even though it's starting to spite me right now by having them slow down. What are you guys doing up here? Can you go, please, wood truck? Watching how some of them behave in traffic just gives me my own road rage, just sitting right here. Just go. Okay. Now we have an autosave. Now this is a little weird that they're wanting to change lanes, and is that because we told this... We haven't even set any rules for this yet, so let's say this has to get off. That would make them want to change lanes here. Sure. I don't even necessarily think that that is, you know, something that we should do. So honestly, we have a lot of people coming off here that want to turn left, and they're coming up and around. Can they turn left under the circle? Theoretically, like, honestly, if I'd have thought about it ahead of time, I probably would have turned it off, but theoretically they could get off here and turn left. But I don't think we want to make them. Like, ideally they would be going around the circle and flowing through the circle. Maybe it's only when there was just a high flow of traffic, the merging right here was causing an issue. Like, a lot of people are coming up on this second lane and then merging over. Somebody just flew through midair. They're really flying around this circle. Like, watch this dump truck. Deja vu! What was that? They're like flying into the emergency lane. You know what? If they make it around fast, I don't care. Okay, we spent enough time on the Cobra. It looks okay now. I think we're good. How is our industry doing? We did just get a level up with the Orsum district, Orsum Wells. So let's see here. We are making metals, but we are not yet making glass, and I don't think we can at level 2. We only just got level 2. So let's check out our ore industry buildings that we have now. We have ore industry worker barracks that we can plop down. I don't necessarily like that it highlights everything in light blue, and it's hard to really see what you're doing. So I apologize while we kind of sort this out. I will try to spot everything, but what we want to do is use our industrial areas, the ones that aren't developed, we'll start with if we can. If not, we will plop down over some existing industrial that aren't highlighted in purple, because the purple are the special buildings. So our worker barracks, I think we may want to put on the main strip down here. In fact, let's use some of this space that we have just dedicated to regular industry down here. We'll actually put down like 3 of these. Because worker barracks, if we read it here, workers barracks increases the worker efficiency of the workers in the industry area. Each building increases the work efficiency by 5% up to the maximum of 100%. Auxiliary building need to be placed inside the industry area. So we're inside the industry area. It's all this whole area here. But we're not going to do 20 of them all at once just to max it out. We'll just do 3 for now. So we already have ore mines mine underground. I don't think we had that one yet. Let's see. Ore grinding mill. They take ore raw materials and pushes them through the grinder to break them down. Glass manufacturing. That's new. That's what we need. We need to actually be manufacturing glass, and then we might need some place to store it. So we have sand storage already. I believe we may have ore storage already. Let's take a look at some of our buildings that we already have. We have sand storage. We have ore mines. Oh, it's hard to exit when it's up at the top. Okay. What else do we have that was a specialty building? Let's select our industry here. You can't really see it unless you click there. So this building here, what is that one? Ore grinding mill. So we already have one of those. So again, ore grinding mill, glass manufacturing plant. We definitely need the glass manufacturing. It is super big. We could place this somewhere. We want it to be able to get to the highway easily. Now, does that mean we put it down over here somewhere and then we actually upgrade this terrible traffic intersection over here? Maybe. Or do we put it kind of down over here and expand our industry to this traffic circle and then let them pull down through this neighborhood to get onto the highway? That might not be a terrible idea. It would just be this one little block right in here that they would have to drive down. We could put it right here. I say we do it. Let's place it there. Let's expand our zone. Our industry here needs to cover that glass manufacturing plant. And our district as well. There we go. Does it have water? Let's check on Chicken Road. It is doing quite well. The trailer is still building its house on an installment plan. So the Florence residence is up and coming. It is 12 p.m., so yeah, it's not peak hours, so let's take a look. Let me see how the bus line's doing. Orange still says 198 traveled in the last 10 minutes. So orange is still up there. Yellow and red really slow down, but orange keeps going back and forth. Skateboarder abatement. Have to keep chasing them off. Someone lives there. There they go. This is just what their house looks like now. I think it's frozen that way. But all of these other houses are really nice for living on a dirt road. Oh, hey, we have another trailer over here. They're working on it too. These guys have... Man, look at that house. They've got either a gigantic hot tub or a small pool. But that's still awesome. I wonder if they're mad about the road, though. No, they're good. They're level 3. I don't think they can level up much more, but that's great. That's still fine. And then these guys with their really great view again. Facility full. Okay, this has been a while since we've done this. We have a landfill over here still. Where's it at? Which one? Oh, cemetery. Cemetery. Let's pause for a moment. Did we unlock crematoriums? Yes. So we're going to need to actually upgrade crematoriums really quick. We don't want dead bodies to pile up in our city. Orange and yellow to shuttles? Yeah, I might do that. That'll save us some money. Let's put a crematorium over here across the street. And then over here as well. Right next door. Well, let's put it down the road here a little bit. From the cemetery. And then one up here. And actually one over here. We want to have extra. But what these will do will act as crematoriums instead of cemeteries. We definitely need some services down here like that. Like, there's a dead person right there waiting to be picked up, so there's your crematorium. So now we also need to tell them to go ahead and empty the cemetery. And they will go ahead and dig up some bodies and start carting them over to the crematorium, as weird as that sounds. They put them in a hearse. know. That hearse is picking up someone there. Maybe. I don't know. Or they're turning around. Oh no, this is the other crematorium. Yeah, sorry, I was pointing at this. Organic foods place. Do not take the bodies to the organic food store. Instead, take them to the crematorium. Yes, one by the school. So that you can never quite tell whether it's the cafeteria or the crematorium that smell. There it goes. But you know what? Our city needed it. It will slowly empty our graveyard out into a crematorium. I kind of think it's hilarious that that cemeteries work like landfills. I mean, they really are kind of body landfills, but the idea of emptying one is kind of hilarious. The fire station has a dead person waiting for transport. There's a crematorium right next door. Okay. I was going to say, I mean, you're a fireman. Carry them over there, maybe. Okay, we got super distracted. What were we doing? All these garbage trucks all at once. Traffic looks okay. Oh yeah, we were upgrading our industry. We did just put in the glass manufacturer here. Turning ore into glass. I think we do need to have some other storage here really quick before we forget. Necrotic food detours. Is that French? Detours? Ore storage. Do we have ore storage? I know that we had sand storage. We should put some ore storage in as well. That's what this whole road down here was meant to be. Store. Necrotic food store. I thought it was a word like hors d'oeuvres. Okay, so we have sand storage and we have ore storage here. Trucks can pull in from one side of the road. They do have to continue down the road or turn around here. Why would the police... Okay, whatever. Fly down and take the U-turn. So how are you guys doing on noise pollution back here? You're really close to the ore district. You're not too bad. You guys might be a little annoyed by the traffic circle back here. And then pollution... Yeah, pollution's way back here. You'll be fine. Okay. So I believe we're going to start seeing some trucks pull up here. And I'm wondering how that'll go. Because I'm imagining they'll come down from here and then possibly cross this road to get back on. I don't mind it. Or, you know what? Ideally, they'll come down here and get on the highway here. So we'll see. But, yes, before we go for the night, because I'm running a little over, I do think... How do you not have water? I do think we will go ahead and try to put our boats in. Oh, it's like just enough not to have water here. There we go. Where do we want to put our boats? Our ships, our exports. By the glass? Like down here? That might not be too bad. That might be kind of cool. I mean, we do have the neighborhood here, so I don't know if we want the ships coming down through here, but change the bus lines to shuttles. No, actually, thank you for reminding me. Let me see. Yellow and red. Let's do that real quick. Yellow line. They're all Novas. Let's tell it the types that we want are just going to be the shuttles. And we had 6. Let's keep 6. No, don't delete the line. Remove vehicle. I'm glad that it had the confirmation there. Okay, 6 shuttles. We'll see how that does. Traffic circle by glass looks like it's 2-way. Okay, thank you for alerting me to that. That can happen if I don't pay attention when I'm selecting, so I will go back and check it. There we go. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we changed them to shuttles. We'll check back up on those before we go. Oh yes, this was 2-way and shouldn't be. I just used the same kind of road when I made it. So it makes sense why it ended up that way, but it would be more efficient if it weren't. In fact, it would be most efficient if it were highway, but we'll just do that. No one's going to use like 3 of those lanes, but it'll function as we intend for it to here. How's the tram doing after running the bus lines for a bit? The tram has been very self-sufficient. Tram... Which one is the tram line? There it is. No, it's not train. Metro. Tram, there we go. 193 passengers in 10 minutes. It has 16 trams that are running. It is 1:47 p.m. so there aren't too many people on it right now, but occasionally they do pick up a good like 20 people. And yeah, during rush hour they definitely, it's the backbone of our transportation, because that tram runs all the way down through the length of our city here, and when people get off of work they all flock to the tram stations to go from one end of the city to the other. How's our cemetery doing? It's emptying 2,100 out of 3,000. We'll probably re-engage it later, and instead of actually deleting it like we would a landfill. But yes, so let's see if we can go ahead and get our shipyard in. Cargo harbor. Regular harbor is for passengers, which we may do one of those in a bit as well, but I think we want to do a cargo harbor. The question is, do we want to do it down here and have the ships travel in front of the neighborhood, or do we want to kind of do it back here? I don't know, that might drive even more traffic back here. I don't really like that now. I don't like that idea at all yet. How about we put it down here and we really beef up this area if it needs it? So what I'm feeling here is that we place it here, right? And then we come in. It's got a 2-lane road in front of it, which I think you can upgrade, but maybe. Can you change it? You can't change that road, so it's going to be like a one-way. I'm going to force it to be a one-way from either side, but here's how I think this should roll. Let's say we take this kind of road here, we bring it up to about right here. Then we take a one-way, one-way 2-lane road. We'll put trees. Let's have it curve up and around. Maybe bring it out a little bit more than that. I guess that'll kind of work. Yeah, like that. There we go. And then let's bring another around. Back over here. Well, we'll do this first that way, and then around to that intersection. So I guess we will allow people to go straight if they really want to, if they need to circle back around. Let's make sure we get it power. We'll bring some from over here. Across the road. Yeah, why not? We'll just come in directly right there. And do you have water? You actually do already have water. So then what we'll probably see is boats come up this river here at some point. What do the, there's a way to see the routes. Let's see. In and out of town. Just have to find the right selection here. Let's see. It was one of the older ones. It's not. Yeah, here it is. So the yellow line, ships can take this yellow path. So they will come from all the way on this side of the map, up the river here, and across. And I guess we could also have one as far out as over here. So they can also come out that way. So they'll come under our bridge, which I guess we've made high enough. Do we make this one high enough? Probably not. We may need to raise this so that it doesn't look terrible, because the ships will just tear right through the middle of it in an awkward clippy animation. But I think it'll be a bit before we see any actual ships arrive and dock here with the station. That being said, we should start seeing trucks any minute now start making their way down here. Let's take it out. Traffic lights here. Honestly, take them out there too. Alright, we're approaching midnight my time, so probably going to wrap up here pretty soon. But projects for next time, maybe some pedestrian paths to solve the trouble of some of these pedestrians crossing the street and slowing down traffic in some of these areas. And less overall traffic, though. Less traffic work. We spent a lot of time today working on traffic. You know, we've got 7 people watching right now. It's almost enough, I would think, that I should probably consider doing a raid. I don't know how many of you would stick around if I did a raid to another channel, but I've never done one before. Yeah, Craig, have a good night. Yeah, I'll try to actually do a raid command. Is it just like /raid? I don't even know how to do it. But yeah, no, I think we'll leave it here for tonight. And I'll put on my see you next time screen, and if you stick around for a bit, I'll select somebody that we could do a little raid on if you want to stick around a little bit longer and watch somebody else tonight. But it's been great. Thank you guys for turning out. We had a really great active chat tonight. It's really starting to pick up a little bit, and I really like where our city's going. Let's turn on cinematic camera, actually. And yeah, we'll check back up on transport a little bit more next time, and maybe use that mod a little bit more as well. But I had a lot of fun tonight, and everybody take it easy, and I'll see you next time.